Hello, everyone. Welcome out to CarShield Field for today's G.A.C. Classic. South Side, South Style, something like that. We appreciate you tuning in. If it's early in the afternoon, we got some good stuff for you. First on the docket, the 2 o'clock start. The Troy Buchanan Trojans will be taking on the Timberland Wolves. And we started off here with a good conversation with Coach Justin Rogers. I believe they got the victory last night, 1-0, right? 1-0 in Game 1. So we got Game 2 here today. Good pitching matchup. Avon Weaver on the mound for Troy, and Casey Lassiter going for the Timberland Wolves. So, with that being said, let's get to our interviews here. We're going to start off with Coach Justin Rogers here from Troy. Let's see what he has to say. Folks, we have head coach of the Troy Buchanan Trojans, Justin Rogers, with us. Coach, always a pleasure to see you. I gotta get a crick in my neck because the camera's over there. That's all right, though.
Good seeing you, Brian. Thanks for having us.
Always a pleasure, man. Always fun watching you guys play ball. Talk to us a little bit about your season. It's not really what you were expecting? Yes, no?
I'd say no on the results. I mean, obviously we want better on the record side,
Sure.
But it's not like we're playing bad baseball either.
No, you're not.
A lot of tight games and a lot of one-run losses, so we're in pretty much every single game we've played, So it's good that we're putting ourselves in a position.
Yeah.
And it comes down to 1 or 2 plays a lot of times in those kind of games. So we're confident, we're still battling, and we're fighting to position ourselves the best we can for the postseason. I don't know if they can hear me over the ATV back here.
Well, I know your guys. You have the few seniors, but you got a lot of young guys this year that are throughout your lineup. So sometimes it is that learning curve, isn't it? How to win baseball games.
Yeah, and I don't even think we're doing a bad job with that. It's just sometimes breaks haven't gone our way, and we're still confident. We're still staying there, still fighting. Yeah, we've made some mistakes in some of those that have hurt us, but not a lot. And we're trying to minimize those as much as we can.
Sure.
Feel good to be in every game, and I think
Right.
when you get late in the season, that's going to matter a lot to be able to win those tight games. So. Hopefully we can start to get more of them to go our way. But the kind of games we're playing, the 1-0s, the 3-2s, the 2-1s, that's what a lot of postseason baseball looks like. So hopefully over the course of this, we're growing and getting comfortable and confident in those situations.
There you go. I agree. I think that's what, because once district starts, right?
Nothing else really matters other than do you believe you can beat anybody you're playing?
Right.
Yes or no? And then who plays better that day?
There you go. Coach, you got Avon Weaver on the mound for you today. His last outing was a gem. 7 complete innings. I think, 2 hits?
I think it was 4, maybe 3 or 4.
Yeah.
He ended up giving up a run in the 7th in that game, but he shoved. Yeah. He pitched really well at Howell, too, the game before, and really all season. He's been a dude for us.
He's got – what are you expecting to see from same things today?
I expect him to pitch well, yes. I expect him to pitch very well and keep us in the game, give us a chance to win. I think it'll be tight all the way to the end, and hopefully we can find a way to win it.
What is Avon's pitch mix, Coach? What are we going to see today?
He's curveball, fastball, changeup.
Okay. So he's got – is he fastball heavy with the curveball? Where does the changeup fit in?
He'll mix it.
He'll mix it?
Yeah, he can mix it well when we need to.
Now, at the top, you got your big boys, Cam Casso, Carson Twellman. Twellman, the sophomore, he was started as a freshman last year for you. Caleb Naust, Jackson Ryder. Knaust, my bad, bro.
You're good.
Jackson Ryder. Those guys have been solid for you all year. Your lineup here, I see you got another, I think, Austin Mayhall coming back from injury.
That's correct. Yeah, Tommy John.
Right?
Yep.
back in your lineup. I think he's sophomore or junior.
He's a junior.
Okay. So, up and down your lineup, are you getting the production you want?
Yeah, we get on base a little more.
Mm-hmm.
We strike out too much sometimes, but I think the components are there. And I don't think this lineup's played as well as it can yet. So
Those
keep
are
grinding. Yeah, hopefully we can keep improving the next month and see where we're at the end of the season.
There you go. Those are all positives, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we haven't had everyone in there at times. And I think it can perform better than it has so far.
Very good.
Some of that's bad luck. Some of that's guys not playing as well as they can, and we're working on it.
That's all you can do, right?
Yep.
I love it. Coach, we're looking forward to a beautiful day.
Yes, sir.
I mean, actually, I'm glad it was moved to the Wednesday because yesterday was terrible.
It ended up being pretty nice at Troy after about 4:15. Rain stopped, the sun was out.
It was, right?
It's always sunny in Troy, Brian.
I love it. Hey, man, that turf, it works, don't it?
Yes, sir.
If you want to play some ball, make sure you go. You got Troy on the schedule. There you go.
That's right.
Hey, Justin Rogers, folks, head coach of the Troy Trojans. We appreciate your time, Coach.
Thanks, Brian. Appreciate you guys and all you're doing to promote high school baseball. Thank you.
We appreciate Coach Rogers for taking the time to talk with us. His counterpart on the other side, both these teams kind of been in the same spot. Close games, working hard. It's going to be a good ball game. Let's take a listen to Coach Zir and what he had to say. Folks, we're out here at CarShield Field with head coach of the Timberland Wolves, Andy Zir. Coach, thanks for joining us.
My pleasure. My pleasure. Love what you guys do.
Appreciate it. A beautiful. I mean, look at this. Yesterday we wouldn't be playing.
I tell you what, if this doesn't light your fire, your wood's wet.
Right? Beautiful day out here at the ballpark. Coach, the season up and down. You've had some good wins. You've had some tough losses. Talk to us a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, it's been, just competing. We are in the game. I mean, how many one-run games have we lost? How many big games have we won? Even throw in the Liberty game that we had a good win there. The guys just they're just really competing. They're in the games. I think I need to do a better job of building their confidence up that they can get those last few runs and last few innings, and working on that and trying to get those guys to believe in themselves when that game's close to make that, because it happens over and over again. Maybe you get into this rut. Oh no, it's happening again. But we're really working to try to break that and just make sure that the guys know that I believe in them, the coaching staff believes in them, and then that they believe in each other. And then I think we'll get over that hurdle.
Confidence matching the physical ability, right?
Oh my gosh, I mean, you hear it. You got a guy with $1,000 swing with no confidence, but you got a guy with a $50 swing with all the confidence in the world. Take that guy with that confidence.
Absolutely. Casey Lassiter on the mound for you, Coach. What are you looking for from your hurler?
Senior leadership like he's had all year. He has really stepped up his game when it comes to how he looks at taking people with him and picking people up. If there's a mistake behind him, you'll probably see it today. If something happens, he's going to be one of the first guys telling that guy that I'm there for you. I got this. Let's do this together. He's really took that message to heart for us this year.
What kind of pitch mix do we see from Casey?
He's been really good with his off-speed pitches. His curveball, a lot of curveball, hitting that for strikes. Fastball command is getting there for him. And then if he gets his fastball command, then he can really be doing well. But he's just been fantastic. But he's been really successful with his off-speed pitches.
Wow! If you can throw that pitch for a strike, it's hard to hit. It just is, man, and that makes a big difference. Your lineup, you got Mr. Post at the top there, Ramos in the 4-hole. It's kind of you've made a few changes since we saw you last against Howell Central.
Yeah, we're still trying to find the right mix for the lineup, where guys fit in best and what works for the team. We got a lot of players that can hit in other spots in different positions, and just trying to find the guys that handle, that those tougher spots in the lineup and can handle the way that they're pitched depending on where they're at in the lineup, because you automatically get that at some, to a degree.
Right. Giordini's been having a big year for you, hasn't he, Coach?
Oh my gosh, he has just been just a great. Kind of say it, he's been like a hitting professional. I mean, he just comes up, he's got this good plan. He doesn't try to do too much, looking to drive that ball up the middle, and then he gets that hanger or that pitch inside that he can handle, and he can unload on one. He's been just fantastic.
That's awesome. Beautiful day. Coach, thanks for taking the time, stopping by here. Good luck to you today.
Thank you. Appreciate you guys. Thank you much.
Folks, Andy Zir, head coach of the Timberland Wolves. Look who has joined us up in the box here for today's game. We appreciate both coaches taking the time to chat with us here today. But as always, joined by Mitchy the Kid, Mitch Thomas, the Hitting Zone. Mitch, how you doing, buddy?
What's up, brother?
It's a beautiful day at the ballpark. This beats working. I'm going to tell you that. I think we got a good ball game here.
If it's anything like yesterday, it's going to be a good ball game. 1-0 yesterday. That was a dandy.
Trojans coming out on top. Both pitchers dealing. I think we got another good pitching matchup here today with G.A.C. Lassiter going against Avon Weaver. Weaver's been lights out the last couple of starts. And G.A.C. Lassiter, he is a guy that just kind of competes, works hard, keeps the ball in the strike zone, gives your defense a chance.
Yeah, having an opportunity to coach him as a freshman on the freshman team for Timberland, he was the exact same way. He's a high-energy guy, so in big games, sometimes his emotions get the best. So trying to see how he comes back for Timberland today after the 1-0 loss yesterday.
Both these teams, Mitch, this is going to be it's an interesting one because both these teams have come out quite a few times on the losing end of one-run ball games.
Yep.
So here you have it again, another one-run ball game. Is it who's going to give? Is Timberland going to get theirs today?
Yeah, this is what's interesting about the matchup that we have on the bump today. Casey's had quite a few innings pitched. He's got 4 losses. He's 0-4 with a 1.85 ERA. So, you talk about tough luck losers, and that's kind of one of those situations. And the young man that's on the Troy side, he's got a 2.15 ERA. So, if you base the game on stats, it's going to be it'll be pitcher friendly. And a young man from Troy is 1-2.
Wow.
You got 6 losses between 2 kids with 1 win with a sub-2, like 2.25, ERA. That's crazy. You don't usually find that often.
No, and that's because the problem is both of these offensives have struggled all year to hit the baseball.
Yep, and that's been a story for Timberland for the last few years. Last year we got to watch that young man from Troy. I forget his name, but their big home run hitter also pitched.
McDonald.
Yeah, that's a big loss for Troy and their offense, and you sometimes need a couple of guys to do it. And with this conference, it's tough to have a couple kids, make up for one.
And they got some young guys, but I'm looking to see how this top of this lineup with Cam Casso, Carson Twellman, who we saw as a freshman last year, the seniors Cam Casso, Jackson Ryder, Caleb. I got to say it correctly, Knaust. Gotta say the K. The top of this, those are guys that we've seen and have had success swinging the bats.
In the past.
Right?
But this is, again, you wonder why they have some of these one-run losses. You got a guy that's leading off that's hitting under 300. The top 3 guys in this lineup for Troy are hitting under 280. So that's tough.
Yeah. And you like to look at on-base percentage.
That's my thing, and then that's the opposite of what we just talked about. You got a young man leading off. It's got over 400 on-base percentage. The next guy's 380. The next guy's 380. So they are getting on base. They're just not getting on via hits. They're the walks or hit by pitches. How they're getting on.
Well, it's going to be for the Trojans, Corey Martinez, Lance Stuckey, Nate Burkemper. It's Hayden Post at the top of the order. We didn't see him leading off originally in that first game we saw against Hal Central. And then Camden Newsom, like we said, Ethan Chiodini is about the only one really just producing consistently. 3 bombs on the year, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he is doing it across the board. But he needs some help from Carson Ramos.
He does, and you would like to, get I think that's Timberland's big bat because he's had some opportunities at the varsity level before this year, him and Post. So you look for them as the top 2 dogs with the experience. But, with Posty, he's only hitting 245 on years. We got almost 500 on base percentage. So he's likely to get on his first AB, and then you're gonna have to manufacture runs to see if Ethan can move him over.
When we saw them against Hal Central, it was Isaiah Ogby, and I said that it was the long O.
The long O.
Ogby had a good game.
Yep.
And, so he's right there in the middle of that. Robbie Rolig, Dominic Horn, Austin Humphrey, Brady Schuler, these guys, they got to get that production out of the bottom of the lineup.
Yeah, and with Brady Schuler, you might be able to get that. He only has 30 plate appearances on the season, but he is hitting 370. So with his few opportunities he's got, he's done the best he can.
So we're getting ready to get we got the public address announcer getting the starting lineup. So we'll start right here with the visiting Troy Buchanan Trojans. Leading off, number 2, playing shortstop, Cam Casso. In the 2-hole, playing second base, number 19, Carson Twellman. In the 3-hole, playing first base, Caleb Knaus, number 3. In the 4-hole, behind the plate, number 7, Jackson Ryder. In the 5-hole, playing left field, Corey Martinez, he's number 21. In the 6-hole, playing right field, number 1, Lance Stuckey. In the 7-hole, playing third base, number 10, Nate Burkemper. In the 8-hole, the DH, number 25, Austin Mayhall. In the 9-hole, the center fielder, number 16, Aiden Vaccaro. And on the mound for the Trojans will be, as we said, Avon Weaver. And for the Timberland Wolves, leading off, playing shortstop is Hayden Post, number 1. In the 2-hole, in center field, number 6, Camden Newsom. In the 3-hole, playing third base, number 22, Ethan Chiodini. And the RBIs match his number on his jersey for Chiodini. He is driving in some runs there, Mitch. In the 4-hole, play behind the plate for the Wolves, number 10, Carson Ramos. In the 5-hole, in right field, number 2, Isaiah Ogby. In the 6-hole, the DH, number 19, Robbie Rolig. In the 7-hole, at first base, number 17, Dominic Horn. In the 8-hole, in left field, number 14, Austin Humphrey. And in the 9-hole, playing second base, number 16, Brady Schuler. So as we finish the introductions on the mound, Mitch, I was going to say, because I wanted to bring that. I mean, I think they've probably scored. Chiodini probably has half the RBIs on the team.
There's actually a few guys that are producing because they've played significant amount of games this year for Timberland, and they've had some good ones. I mean, they've beat Fort Zumwalt West, they beat Francis Howell, so they're in almost every games. It's timely hitting, but I mean, even Chiodini. Sorry, I was going to call him Chio.
Yep.
I mean, he's got 22 ribbies.
We'll
but
just give him the nickname Chio.
Yeah.
Hey, baby, Chio.
Chio. And Ogby with the long O has 21 ribbies. And so you got 5 guys with double-digit RBI totals. I think it just comes down to when they drive them in. You know, is it late in the game? Because that's what some of these losses are from late in the game or lack of hitting in.
We're going to step aside here for a moment for the playing of the national anthem. All right. We're ready to go here. Cam Casso, Carson Twellman, Caleb Knaust. I'm looking forward. I haven't seen Lassiter pitch much here, Mitch, so I'm looking forward to this one.
Yeah, he's going to get himself an opportunity as a senior for Timberland. He's paid his dues, and accepted his role as a junior, and now he has the opportunity to be the, second-day starter for the G.A.C. conference tournament conference game. So sometimes it takes a few years before you get your shot, and he's making the best of it as he throws one way.
It's always that way, right?
Yeah, as soon as you say something, something happens. It's
I want to say something nice, but,
yeah.
I'm not going to because it just ends up bad.
Brian, as the national anthem was going on, I was looking down at the field umpire, who obviously must have served the way that he was standing there. The one thing that I appreciate is, and this is something I learned from military back my family, is that you don't move until the anthem is over.
Right.
And I really appreciate serving our country, and
absolutely.
I love the red, white, and blue.
There looks like they're getting close. They got the tents up over there for Hoots baseball. I mean, the park's coming to life. Opening day, I believe, is in Memorial Weekend, somewhere around in there. Called that a ball. Ball hit into right center field on the run. The center fielder can't get to it. It's going to bounce over the fence. They need to close that back fence for one. And leadoff ground rule double for Casso to get things started for the Trojans.
That's his second double on the year. Again, coming into the game, he gets just hitting .230, but again, on base percentage, and so he's getting barrels.
Oh man,
saw it there.
Well,
that was quick.
Right off the bat, we got some offense here.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they're going to do. The senior man has some sacrifices on the year, and Casso's got some good base running skills. So we'll see how Troy plays it right here.
So leadoff double, Twellman turns, squares, shows it, but takes ball one. Ball's up. Oh, not far enough. Good hustle there.
Timberland's got to be careful. If you're looking at their bunt defense situation, they got the second baseman working the second base runner, and Casso, the first baseman's in. So if they get a bunt down first base side, that's going to be a foot race to the bag. See him change it.
Gets it down. It's going to be foul.
I don't know if you saw it there. They changed it, the defensive setup.
Brady Schuler at second base. See if Coach keeps it on. Just trying to get that run to third base with less than 2 outs. Does it again. Bunts it straight foul. Again, man, I'm just waiting for that one.
That was it. It just a little bit more topspin, like you talking about yesterday on the show.
Absolutely.
That might have got us. We got you.
2-2. Might have got that camera. Lined into left field, under it, makes the catch. Austin Humphrey. So couldn't get the bunt down. Hits the ball hard, but out number one. Caleb Knaust. I don't think we're going to see the same bunt opportunities here. Popped up. Shallow right field. Second baseman out after it. Can't make the catch. Tagging is Casso. First and third. 1 out. So an opportunity for the Trojans here early in this first inning. Playing the walk-up music. Got to get that in.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
See if they're going to run early.
I figured they would. This young man at first got 6 stolen bases on the year for him, and you got a catcher with a good arm, but you got good wheels at third and first. He's moving. Nope.
Strike on the outside corner, 1-1.
Looked like he was timing him up over there.
Ryder, the catcher. Enjoy watching this young man play. Another talented catcher here in the G.A.Cs. Got that one.
Jackson's only hitting 200 on a year. It's 203. Gets on base at a 427 clip.
Curveball grounded to the shortstop. Slow. He's going to have one shot. Post can't let that ball, I think, play a little too long. Got to come get that. Even the catcher hustling down. So the infield single, and the Trojans take a 1-0 lead. First and second now. Ball 1.
They're still threatening here, with that one out, that pop up, that second base right field, that baseball's got to get caught, and that might lead to different opportunities for Timberland to feel good about themselves. Only maybe giving up that leadoff double and that run scores, no big deal.
Another curveball, strike 1.
But you're battling with 2 outs and not 1 out here. Another base hit just keeps that wheels turning for Troy.
1-1 to Corey Martinez. Strike 2.
Yeah, that's all he needs to do is keep pumping strikes. Give his team an opportunity to play defense. They haven't really hit him hard other than the double to start the game off. Maybe the line drive to left field for the only out, but
Ground ball, third baseman up, bobbles it, hangs with it. Chiodini can't get Martinez. Bobbled the ground ball, looking to go to second to turn that double play.
the series of unfortunate events. That's what sometimes I think baseball is.
So the base is loaded now. Martinez reaches on the air. And we have Lance Stuckey, the right fielder, coming up.
They got a run scored, bases loaded, and we've had two balls leave the infield.
Yeah,
3 balls leave the infield,
one for
I guess,
a hit
for the
and
blooper.
one for an out.
2 for the hit, so that
2,
for the
that's
blooper.
correct, the blooper. And that wind is blowing left to right. Strike on the outside corner.
I do like that mound visit that Carson Ramos did there and try to make sure he settled down, don't lose focus.
Popped up. Shallow right field again. Ogbie over.
Good,
makes the
good,
catch. Out number 2.
That's it right there. And he learned from the first time that ball got up there. Right away, Ogbie called that right away.
Yes.
And took charge there. I like that.
Nice play.
Yeah. Again, I know that sometimes it's an in-betweener, and as an outfielder, you're kind of letting your second baseman play that baseball, but they learn from it, and hopefully it doesn't come back to harm them.
So Nate Burkemper, the third baseman now, trying to inflict some more damage here. And we'll see if Lassiter can get himself out of this jam.
It's another it's another opportunity. He's a kid that's hitting, just barely 200. So
this
just
is
going to compete hard with him.
Off the end of the bat. Foul. And this is one where the pitcher, this isn't self-inflicted on the pitcher. And honestly,
I always say throw your glove out there in case it might go in. You know what I mean? It's like a goalie making one of them big sprawling saves in hockey.
right? Curveball grounded to Chiodini up, makes a throw. Ends the inning. Strands 2, but we're at the end of the top of the first inning with the score. Trojans 2, Wolves coming up. Guys, talk to us about legacy. What has it been? How has it helped you continue to grow as players?
It's been really good. Practices are very structured, and the facility's really nice. We can get in there and get swings whenever we need, and it's overall pretty nice.
Legacy Performance Academy is a unique sports facility that encompasses strength training, speed and agility training, pitching lessons, hitting lessons, fielding and catcher training, a recovery room with focus on injury prevention, and youth developmental and elite high school baseball teams. Contact Legacy Performance Academy at 636-579-7346, located at 633 Goddard Avenue in Chesterfield, Missouri.
Oh, yeah. We got a special guest in the house. He's wearing all kinds of bright colors, so we make sure we see him. Hi, Billy.
Hi.
Billy Mayhall. Just in time to –
Don't do that.
your son was left on deck, so we get to see him right away. Did you just get here?
Yep.
Billy's the man.
We got leading off for the Wolves, Hayden Post, the shortstop. So they got a 2-0 hole here. Billy, how you doing, man? Working hard?
My friend, how about you guys?
Doing good. What's new with the sports outreach?
We're ready for the home run derby.
Oh, I like it. Ground ball.
I was trying to give Billy the microphone. He didn't want it.
Nah.
He wants
that's
it.
all right.
He likes the microphone.
He's just here to watch the ball game.
Let him be.
relax. Right, Billy?
That's it.
He come by to say hello.
Leave this to the experts in here.
Oh,
Did he call?
he said that.
Yeah, you might be an expert. I'm a knucklehead, so
1 ball, 2 strikes. And that is grounded foul. Were you at the ball game last night, Billy?
I was. Good game. Great game, actually.
one of few teams that was able to get it in because you guys have
Yeah.
turf out there at Troy.
Yeah. Makes a difference. Swing and a miss. Good off speed there by Weaver for out number 1. Brings up Camden Newsom. Popped up right field. Catch made. Lance Stuckey. Out number 2. So, Mitch, we got some baseball economics going on here. What do we got? 5 pitches, 2 outs.
4, 5 pitches, 2 outs. I'll see you, Billy.
Billy, it's good to see you, buddy. Enjoy the ball game. We'll catch up with you. Chiodini, the third baseman, hammers one into deep left field and can't make the catch.
Michael,
Off
3.
the wall. Oh, Chiodini rounds it in with a 2-out triple. And we've talked about it. This kid is hitting a ton.
Let's just say a ton. He's got 26 hits on the season, which I think. For me, I think that's an exceptional year to have that many hits, and that's his second triple of the year.
Wow. Corey Martinez makes a heck of an effort to try and catch that ball.
I thought there was no shot.
And he
almost made that play.
Diving at the end there. So brings up Carson Ramos, the catcher. See if they can get a run back here. Ball 1.
Yeah, that's got to be the focus for Timberland. Just nice little single somewhere. Drive that run in, cut the lead in half.
Pops it up. It's going to get out of play. Ooh. That was a close one.
Baseball moms.
There you go.
We need to get them the big gloves.
Duck and cover, man, or get out the way. Don't look up.
Yeah, that's always the head scratcher to me too, buddy. It's like heads up, and the first thing everybody does is looks up.
Get hit right in the beak.
Let's just say heads down.
Ooh. Another fastball, 1-2. So here's where I really want to see Ramos just kind of try and stay short, quick to the ball, just get something to drive that run in.
Yeah, he's got to cut it down, a little two-strike approach. It looks like he's trying.
Good swing, spoils that pitch, 1-2.
He's got all pitches set up for the young man on a bump. Can throw anything he wants here. He can throw another fastball up and in. He can't miss, but he's got his curveball and changeup that he can throw here. Try to get him out front.
Hammered to left field, but right
at
at Martinez and out number 3. So we got one stranded for the Wolves. We're going to the top of the second inning with the score 2-0 Trojans.
What better feeling than watching your son or daughter pitch their best game, catch the game-winning out, or crush a stand-up double? That comes with talent and long hours of hard work that got them there. That's exactly where Legacy Performance Academy comes in, matching the hours of work, drive, and dedication to help your athlete build a legacy that lasts. Contact Legacy Performance Academy at 636-579-7346, located at 633 Goddard Avenue in Chesterfield, Missouri.
We always talk about it. At timely, 2 out. You catch a barrel, and you this is why I think baseball's tough. You hit a barrel like that with 2 strikes on you. You got 2 outs, runner at third base. You catch a barrel, and you hit it right at him. He barely has to move. And I think that's the thing about baseball that's tough on the mind. That's why you got to be mentally tough in this sport.
Hitting is hard. It's one of the toughest things to do in sport. And then when you rifle a shot like that and you get the bloops, and all that, and then you rifle one like that and it just feels good, and it's just like, man.
Right at him.
Nothing to show for it.
Yeah, you got something to show for it. It's an offer. I love this sport, but that right there just.
And you look at guys. One of the things I like to look at, and as far as stats are concerned, is percentage of balls put in play, hard hit balls put in play. Now that goes into some serious metrics I don't think we have at high school, but when you see guys hitting the ball hard, but and putting the ball in play 85, 86, 87% of the time, I'll take that, because your averages should at some point
equal it out. That's
right.
It's the law of averages, right? That's how I kind of look at that for baseball related metrics.
Austin Mayhall, the DH leading off. Big swing and a miss, strike 1.
I believe he just got cleared just maybe a week ago, because this is his second game.
Yeah, he just coming back from Tommy John surgery. 1-1. So, road to recovery. Another curveball.
He's got a feel for that pitch now. As you said it, that Coach Zir said that he had a good feel for his curveball, and it's obviously shown.
And gets Mayhall looking on the curveball. So that's been his money pitch so far, Mitch.
Yeah, so when you heard me complaining about the 2-1 that he threw in the dirt and the run scored, I'll just keep my mouth shut. He knows they know better than I do. I just because it's that armchair. It's easier up here,
right? Armchair coaching. Center fielder Aiden Vaccaro squares to bunt. Strike 1. There it is again. He has thrown 4 straight curveballs now, and again
5 little sliders.
1-1. If he feels confident with it,
Ooh. That felt good. I got a little bit of everybody.
1-2.
Ooh.
It's outside. That's a good call. That was off the plate. I know that everybody's like, woohoo, woohoo.
Well,
but
with 2 strikes, I'm more on the lines of how you didn't swing at that with 2 strikes
Right.
because that's too close.
foul it off. Fastball popped up, foul, back out of play.
I like how the infield, especially the second baseman for Timberland, is trying to keep Lassiter on the bump confident. You hear him talking and chirping. I like that.
Another curveball, another strikeout.
I like the way they throw it around over here. Third, short, second, third. Yes, sir. Winner.
It's the little things, right, man?
100% of the time.
Cam Casso back up to the plate here. He doubled in the first inning and scored. Takes that curveball on the inside for strike 1.
This is where, real quick, that Troy needs to make that adjustment ASAP. Just go ahead and lay off that heater. I mean, if he's going to throw 80% of this off speed,
Right.
and you're the third hitter up in this inning, and he showcased that, just sit off speed.
There it is. Ground ball off the glove
That's
of
trouble.
Chiodini.
That's trouble. Oh, he did not looking.
So Casso on again, this time on the error by the third baseman.
This is a baseball question, if you will. Base running after a batted ball. Are you one that's like, as soon as you make contact, put your head down and run? Or are you one that is like, follow the baseball, see what you need to do, and then make the adjustment?
Carson Twellman at the plate. Flied out to left field. Well, I just think it's one of those things, Mitch, where I think if you understand the way you hit something, and the runner goes.
Nobody said anything.
No, and he got a great jump. Kind of that walking lead there again, Mitch.
It's timing. It's always a timing play, and I don't see how your catcher, first baseman, I don't know how, or even your right fielder or dugout can't pick that up.
1-1. Foul back out of play, 1-2, and you've got Ramos back behind the plate, one of the best arms in the G.A.C. Give him a chance.
Yeah,
Give him a chance.
But the whole that side of the whole infield, right? He should be able to see that guy moving and just tell him to step off.
Popped into shallow left field. Under it is the left fielder. Makes the catch out there. Austin Humphrey for out number 3. And strands Casso on the bases. We're going to the bottom of the second inning. Scored 2-0 Trojans. Guys, talk to us about legacy. What has it been? How has it helped you continue to grow as players?
I feel like they've been helping my knowledge in baseball advance from where it was last year, and helping me know my swing and know my mechanics better than I could anywhere else.
Legacy Performance Academy is a unique sports facility that encompasses strength training, speed and agility training, pitching lessons, hitting lessons, fielding and catcher training, a recovery room with focus on injury prevention, and youth developmental and elite high school baseball teams. Contact Legacy Performance Academy at 636-579-7346, located at 633 Goddard Avenue in Chesterfield, Missouri.
Yeah, back to the base running. So I'll give you. Let
me say this.
All right.
I say yes in certain situations. And again, you got to understand, right there, I know I saw it off the bat going in the hole. So as I'm running, I'm going to give it a peek as I'm going. And if you know, you can still run hard. Oh, Ogby, leadoff single. He continues to hit the ball for the Wolves. Got interrupted there.
That's all right. That was good base running. He's right in front of me. Just
there you go.
You know.
So Ogby with a leadoff single that may help jolt this Wolves team here. Robbie Rolig, the DH. This is a big young man.
Yeah, and this is a young program as far as their leadership.
And one hit lined into right field, beats the right fielder out there. And Ogby getting to third, and nobody at second base. And a single followed up by a double by Rolig. We're seeing some hitting here.
Yeah, you like that approach by Timberland to start this one off. And we talked about it. Who was it? What part of whose bottom lineup was going to set the tone for their respective teams. And right now, Timberland's showing the ability. Hey, we're going to scratch this one back.
I love this approach. They're banging there into right field. Lance Stuckey not quite able to get to that ball. That carried well out there, Mitch. I didn't think he hit it that hard.
I didn't either. I mean, you can see the flag moving that way, so maybe as it got up there a little bit, it started to tail away from him. Since there was a right-handed hitter up, it was going to tail towards that line a little bit, so maybe it just caught a little bit of that wind and helped it.
Dominic Horn, the first baseman. I've seen Dominic playing ball out here since he was like 13.
Yeah.
Out in youth baseball. He's been around a while as his dad. Donnie Horn coaches with the Midwest Futures. Good dude.
It's a good leave.
1-1.
Yeah, many battles with Coach Horn out on the field with me being a youth. He stays at like that 14U age level because he's all about developing teams and guys.
Another good curveball. 1-2 to Horn. Long look. Good job by Ryder keeping that runner at third base. That's one of those tough ones. That's over in the left batter's box.
Go. Just push. Just push as much as you can to try to catch a shoulder, forearm, whatever. Pit of the arm, it doesn't matter. You got to do whatever it takes.
Oh, good pitch. Way out of the zone and got Horn to chase for out number 1.
That was set up by the off speed. That's what it's like to take that inside pitch, and those are pitchers' pitches. So tough for Horn there, but both those curveballs were pitchers' pitches, and you're not going to hit very well down with 2 strikes.
Another curveball, strike 1 to Austin Humphrey, the left fielder.
Austin has regular playing time this year. He's hitting under the Mendoza line. He's hitting 194 on a year. But another guy that gets on 33% of the time. So,
just missed it. Fouled back, 0-2. So 2 leadoff hits. Horn goes down on strikes. Humphrey is 0-2. And Weaver trying to pitch his way out of this jam. Another curveball freezes Humphrey. Outstanding pitch.
They got to stay composed here on the offensive side for Timberland. They can't, just because they saw a couple off speed, don't think like the inning's over.
Schuler takes ball 1. Brady Schuler, the second baseman.
He's been getting some opportunities, and at the bottom half of the lineup, he is hitting over 300. So this is a big AB.
Foul tipped. Ryder hangs on to it. Strike 1. I think that's one of the chased up in the zone, 1-2. It's one of the favorite bats. I'm seeing it a lot more is that Bone Crusher, right?
Bone Saber.
Bone Saber?
Bone Saber.
Got a piece of it. Good job right there, staying alive. We're going to
You-
see that curveball right here, you think, Mitch?
I think so, or another heater up. I think it's kind of what you want to do is maybe elevate it a little bit more because Timberland is trying to take a two-strike approach here, cutting some things down.
Fell out of the sky right at the top of the zone. And Avon Weaver strikes out the side after giving up 2 hits. We're going to the top of the third inning, score 2-0 Trojans.
What better feeling than watching your son or daughter pitch their best game, catch the game-winning out, or crush a stand-up double? That comes with talent and long hours of hard work that got them there. That's exactly where Legacy Performance Academy comes in, matching the hours of work, drive, and dedication to help your athlete build a legacy that lasts. Contact Legacy Performance Academy at 636-579-7346, located at 633 Goddard Avenue in Chesterfield, Missouri.
Well, that was big. The young man for Troy come out there after giving up a single to right and then a double to right field. 3 Ks, using that curveball to his advantage and saying, hey, you guys have to beat me on my best pitch, which that inning had to be the curveball for that young man.
Absolutely. That is impressive. When you start looking at these things and you start talking about, big-time pitches, I mean, those are high-leverage moments. You got a 2-0 lead, and you come back and strike out the side after that.
Yep.
That's big-time mindset. I love the mental disposition he has. Ground ball, Chiodini can't make the play, and Caleb Knaust is on first with a leadoff single. So the bats working today for the Trojans against the starter Lassiter. Base runners in every inning so far. Oh.
So you want to be a catcher.
Oh, man. And that's catcher to catcher. Ryder knows how that feels.
Yeah, buddy.
Let me just walk this off.
Yep.
Yeah, catching
and then you got to squat again after you just get busted
man.
in the ankle, calf, wherever you got, inside leg.
I think he got caught in the thigh right there. Little conversation between the two catchers. Sorry, man.
No, yeah, that's it. And I'm sure I could use a better term, but I always say it takes an idiot to be a catcher.
Curveball stays up.
Who would want to get beat up?
You got to want to. I mean, that is a tough position, man.
All the way up and down the arm. You got bruises. He's running. Nope, maybe not.
2 balls, 1 strike.
They didn't have the catcher's mitts with the, the things that you can wear now. They got like the wrist guards and stuff like that. We didn't have that.
Throw over. Knaus back in.
We would have wristbands that you could try to, pull down to the, behind the, just in that stall of the glove or whatever to try to help keep the ball off your wrist.
Another throw over. Ball past Horn. Knaus. There you go. He was looking. See that? There you go.
Take a peek.
And that's right there. I agree. Take a peek. See what you got. He knew about halfway down he had that bag.
Yeah, you don't like my whole thing is whether the ball's on the backstop or you hit a ground ball to the shortstop. How do you know what to do if you don't watch it? Like once the ball's in the glove, put your head down and finish. I mean, you can still run hard by taking looks.
Called it a strike, 2-2.
But you see it so much in the youth side that they just put their head down and run. And then they overrun the bag, and the ball is booted, and it's in shallow outfield. And everybody in the park's yelling for them to run. Then they take off running and get thrown out by 55 feet on a 70-foot base. You know what I mean? It's like just have I don't know.
Well,
see the ball go into the outfield. See the ball go into the infielder's gloves.
I mean,
see
I
the ball
think
in the backstop.
it's a different. Sometimes you can teach that. Sometimes little kids, you just want them to run. I get both sides of that down there, but at some point it's got to come into an understanding of how you're running bases. I agree. Ball is dropped, but Ramos makes the play on the strikeout.
It's like stealing with 2 strikes. You know what I mean? You'll see a kid steal with 2 strikes, and the first thing they do is take off and put their head down. Like, why aren't we looking in? Like, and you can have a conversation until you're blue in the face. The only way you can make it count is if you take them out of the game if they don't listen.
Strike.
And I think if you have 2 strikes on you at a hitter and you take off running, you should look in.
Look into where? The ball's behind you.
At the plate. I'm talking about the runner at first base stealing. 2 strikes. Like I went on a different tangent here, not the batter no more.
I was
lost.
So,
sorry. I'll bring it back. I'll bring the conversation back. Like if you're a runner at first base and you're stealing with 2 strikes.
Oh, I understand that. 0-2. Hammered down the line, foul.
You know how many kids do not look though?
Yeah.
And it irks me.
No, I get it.
It irks me.
That's evident.
Yeah, clearly got
We're
fired.
gonna move on.
That just
Number 21, Corey Martinez,
I've been
left
fired
fielder. I wouldn't have known that, Mitch.
Yeah, I've been fired up the last couple days.
Ground ball to the shortstop post. Comes up. Throw over. Out number 2. So 2 outs. The runner at third. Lassiter trying to finish this inning and stay out of some trouble here. Don't let that run score. You need to keep this right here, don't you?
Yeah, coming into this game, Lance was a second in RBIs for this team. So you're going to have to compete with this young man.
Stuckey popped out into shallow right field his first time at bat.
I kind of like the approach here. You don't have to give in necessarily to this young man because the guy hitting behind him is not hitting that well. And you don't have to let the second best RBI guy beat you.
Good pitch, swing and a miss. 2 balls and 1 strike. That curveball just kind of fell off the table. (3-1). They are pitching to him a little more carefully, understanding where you're at. Sometimes in the lineup is good as a pitcher. Not you want to put everybody on, but
well, Stuckey leads the team in hitting with hits on the year with 19 coming into today and 9 RBIs, and so that's a young man that's getting the best of his opportunities. So let somebody else beat you.
So first and third, 2 outs. Burkemper grounded out to Chiodini to end the first inning. Runner goes. Strike 1. One and one. On the first pitch, the runner, Stuckey, takes second base without a throw. Strike on the curveball, 1-2.
I kept my mouth shut because those are one of those moments where I just threw my hands up trying to figure out what we got a kid with a 1.8 pop time not throwing a baseball down second base.
So strike 3, though, doesn't come back to haunt him here. So Lassiter gets out of the inning with the strikeout. And we are going to the bottom of the third inning, score 2-0 Trojans. Guys, talk to us about legacy. What has it been? How has it helped you continue to grow as players?
It's helped me a lot coming from a AA team. So 2 years ago, it's really helped me a lot and grow and just know my knowledge.
Legacy Performance Academy is a unique sports facility that encompasses strength training, speed and agility training, fielding and catcher training, pitching lessons, hitting lessons, a recovery room with focus on injury prevention, and youth developmental and elite high school baseball teams. Contact Legacy Performance Academy at 636-579-7346, located at 633 Goddard Avenue in Chesterfield, Missouri.
Oh, man. Just chatting out off air there. Needed to be chatting off air there. But you'd like to see a kid with a cannon like that trying to throw the baseball, trying to throw him out. You got 2 outs, and there's no reason to give him the bag because a blue pit scores 2.
But here's the other thing, too. Was that from the dugout? Let him go. What are we doing? How are we holding? We didn't even get a throw over. That's ball 1 to the leadoff hitter, Hayden Post. And that ball's inside. 2-0.
This is the thing for Weaver. He does have some good strikeout numbers on the year, but he also walks guys.
And Mitch, it's like I was talking about. I don't think they've done enough to give Ramos opportunities to throw guys out.
No, and I agree. But it's make a baseball play with 2 outs. Snap throw to third base, snap throw back to the pitcher. Doesn't matter. Make the throw.
Ground ball foul down the first base line.
He throws the baseball too well. And so it's.
I don't disagree with that.
That probably was his best opportunity to make a throw because everybody else has been walking off the bag.
Post 3-2 now.
He may not have had a feel to, for the baseball. So there's obviously things that could have happened.
Leadoff walk. For Post. Brings up Camden Newsom. Flied out to right field in the first inning. Chiodini, who tripled. You get these guys on ahead of Chiodini, you got something working.
Well, just in general, the 3-4-5, right? And then getting in depths into the Ogby, too.
Absolutely.
Timberland don't run a lot. They do sacrifice bunt quite often, but they don't have a guy in double-digit steals.
So he gets the bat back. Ball 1. Throw over. Just back.
Dropped it. He dropped it.
Oh, he dropped it?
He dropped it.
Okay. I couldn't tell.
I wonder if they would have given it to him if he had held on because that looked awful close to me.
It was. He wrong-footed him right there, Mitch. Did it again, but he wasn't as far off the base. And it bunted foul.
They say patience is a virtue.
Well, it's tough because Mitch is really working hard here to maintain a unbiased. But I know he's like me. You have a team, Timberland. His kids there. He coached there. You have a little passion for the team. And
I do.
Get it. And the throw down, not in time to get Post. Stolen base and a strike call.
I think that was a design. Fake bunt run. He didn't have no intentions of really putting it down.
But that worked for the stolen base. Weaver steps off.
Now you just got to pick on that gap to the right side. Nice, easy
One
single.
ball, 2 strikes. And that gets away from Ryder. That's tough on. That's a pass ball.
Now the at-bat changes. You go from looking to poke it to the right side, so now we're trying to drive something in the air still. So if he throws the baseball up, go ahead and drive it up. Sack fly.
Absolutely. Hit something. Ground ball through the hole. That works too, Mitch.
Single always works.
And an RBI single for Camden Newsom.
That is manufacturing there. Stolen base, pass ball. And just doing a nice little job of trying to just get a good barrel on it, see what happens. I like the change in the approach there from the first at-bat.
Chiodini tripled. Here's a big bat right here, big spot, and a ground ball foul. Coach Zir makes the play, but hands the ball off to the younger man to throw it over.
That's the right thing to do. I'll have to ask Coach Zir if his wing is certain.
So strike one to Chiodini. Popped into center field. Over. Makes the catch for out number 1.
You see that baseball take off in about the last 15 feet?
It did. Nice play by Aiden Vaccaro. Kind of glided over there. And I don't think he thought it was going to travel like it did.
No, this last 15 feet, it just looks like all of a sudden he had to turn the jets on and go towards the wall instead of going towards more right field.
1 out, 1 on. Carson Ramos lined out to left field, pops one into center field. Under it again is Vaccaro. Out number 2. So back-to-back flyouts from the 3 and 4 hole brings up Isaiah Ogby. Single got to third, but was stranded in the second inning.
If you're Troy here, you're happy with you have the 2 big hitters for Timberland coming up and swing and making 2 outs and 3 pitches. Just after you had the first 2 guys get on in front of you with working counts.
Right.
And this is where you have that timely hitting situation. You don't have to swing at a pitch or strike. Give yourself an opportunity to get your pitch.
Another ball in the dirt, 2-0.
Sometimes you have to guide that. And I think that's one of the more difficult things to do about hitting. I think that's why it becomes difficult is because, I can hit an inside corner pitch, but how well am I going to hit this particular inside corner?
Lined at the second baseman. Nice job there for out number 3.
Great read. Great read by the second
from Carson
baseman.
Twellman. Nice play. Yeah, he played that hop well. We're going to the top of the 4th inning. Score 2-1 Trojans.
What better feeling than watching your son or daughter pitch their best game, catch the game-winning out, or crush a stand-up double? That's exactly where Legacy Performance Academy comes in. That comes with talent, long hours of hard work that got them there, where Legacy Performance Academy matches that with work, drive, and dedication to help your athlete build a legacy that lasts. Contact Legacy Performance Academy with 636-579-7346, located at 633 Goddard Avenue in Chesterfield, Missouri.
I would say that if you're Troy there, that you're excited about getting out of that inning with just 1 run there, having the heart of Timberland's lineup with nobody out. That's a good job by Weaver being able to get out of that inning and switching that momentum kind of neutral versus being on Timberland's side there.
I like what you said about the young man at second base. That ball was hard hit by Ogby. That was a line 1 hopper, and you've got to be able to get a read, and he played that very well. Took a kind of a big jab step back, was able to read that, got the hop, made the play.
He turned a in-between hop into a long hop, which was able to see the ball, depth, everything about that was great. When he hit a ball, I said he's either got to go get it and try to catch it on a short hop, or he's going to have to play that deep, and he did, and heck of a job.
Austin Mayhall.
I just like watching that good baseball play, you know what I mean?
Absolutely. Struck out his first time at bat, takes ball 1.
We see it every day in college and the professional, like how easy they make that play look. That is not an easy play.
It really isn't. And that shows you, why Twellman was a starter as a freshman last year.
He started on third base, though, correct?
Yeah, he was at third base. Now he's over at second. This young man can play baseball. Foul back, that's the second one that has caught Ramos. Yep. Oh, my goodness.
I got him in the cup.
Yeah.
We need a station identification for this one.
Well, the sun is shining. We're going to let this young man catch his breath. We'll be right back. So, Mitch made a great suggestion. I can't take credit for this. The great folks. You can see the trailer right out front, our Prime Sports mobile store. If you're needing some new equipment, which you might be after that one.
Maybe. Good chance.
Go check out our good friends over at Prime Sports Midwest. They do a great job. We got the mobile store out at the ballpark on Saturdays with Game 7. But 1550 Ocello Drive, right?
Yeah, and
the new location.
I got it, Lauren. I got it.
You hurt his feelings right there. Go ahead.
Man, I was so excited. I don't know the address though, so if she knows the address, I better be quiet. But they are moving into St. Charles County really soon. I got a chance to talk to Rick. Yeah, I got to talk to chance to talk to Rick a little bit a few weeks back about it. They hadn't made the announcement. I was super excited for him. Having having something that I can use, grab, feel like the glove, the bat, have all those experiences again versus trying to buy online. And I again, the convenience of buying online is always there. But again, do you have a top heavy bat? Do you have a even bat? Are you a speed guy? Are you an end-loaded guy? Being able to have that ability to touch, feel, it goes a long ways.
Not to mention a couple of cages, from what I understand.
Yep, they're going to have. I think there's going to have one.
The demo and whatnot. You can. I love that, man.
Yeah.
7507 Mexico Road. So in St. Peter's, coming soon. Love that, St. Charles County.
Yep, we actually set up. We're setting up a demo, so hopefully we have some information that we can work with Prime Sports with what's going to demo out in St. Charles County as well.
So Mr. Ramos gonna take a couple of pitches here, get himself settled. It's tough, man. That's why he got hit in the thigh, and then that one that
was the inner thigh.
Here's the thing, Mitch. Catching is the toughest position in baseball.
You're supposed to bounce back from that.
Oh man!
Then you got to go hit.
These guys are tough.
Then you got to go run, and it hurts to swallow right now, I'm sure.
2 balls and 1 strike.
It's like eating bad food. The stomach cramps that you get from bad food.
It's inside. 3-1.
Then they expect you to block a baseball again. Then you got foul balls.
So the base on balls to Mayhall, lead off on. It's not what you're looking for here from Lassiter.
Nope.
After you got scratched a run.
Yeah, you have to have a shutdown 0 here. You can't give in. You got number 17 coming in from pitch runner for Mayhall. Number 17. Brady Eulinger, I believe that's how you say his name. Brady Eulinger's got 11 stolen bases on the year, so you could see that he's going to come in and probably move.
I would say Eulinger.
Yeah, I'm going to go on a limb and say there's going to either be a sacrifice or we're going to see a fake bunt steal. We're going to have some moving parts here.
Vaccaro at the plate, the number 9 hitter. Absolutely, it's perfect. You're pinch running for Mayhall here because you want to get that run back.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. There it is. That was just good baseball all the way around. Safe. That was a good stolen base.
Oh, that I love that one. The one that's the bang bang play there with the you see the snap tag and or the using the one hop as a catcher and then it just hops right above the bag so you can put that tag down. I love that.
It's a great throw by Ramos. Everything about that, and he's still showing the bunt. Pops it foul back into the net. He reached for that, and when you reach, it gets the bat beat underneath the baseball. And that's what you're going to get. Lucky he's still at bat.
Yeah, well, I'm a firm believer that if you have to reach or, unless it's a squeeze or something crazy, just go ahead and pull back.
Right.
Runner.
Runner goes, throw down, and another stolen base. See, now that one, that's on the pitcher.
It's on the pitcher.
He had no shot. Popped into right field. Yep. Ogbie under it. Throws coming in. No runner. That's a heck of a throw by Ogbie.
There's just certain things about the baseball games that I love seeing. You do realize he didn't try to airmail that baseball. He actually used to pull down to throw a little one-hopper to the catcher. I know that doesn't mean a lot to many people, but for me, it's like the details of the game.
Mm-hmm.
That gives me a shot. If he airmails that with the pitcher was way over here behind the dish instead of over on the third base side, that ball gets away. There's no shot at anything else. And I'm not saying he gets him out at the plate, but runners on other bags and stuff, you got to be paying attention to that kind of thing. But I just love that.
Cam Casso's been on twice, doubled, reached on an error, takes ball 1 and grounds the ball to Chiodini, the player coming home, and he's out. Oh, I think he called him out for sliding into the catcher.
Yeah, but I don't think that's either way. I don't think that's a malicious play or anything.
Yeah, I'm not quite
crazy.
sure.
I think the throw just took him there and he kind of slid under, but I don't think Ramos tagged him.
Yeah, I think that's what the call was, and he was sliding. That's a baseball play.
Yeah, that's a baseball play. I mean, when sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. So that call obviously goes Timberland's way. They needed that there. Oh, they're going out to ask.
Well, at least he's going to do that. I don't.
I'm not sure how the field umpire sees that in a 2-man.
No,
because he's got to watch the play at first potentially. So I'm not sure.
That's what he's telling him. I'm watching over here, so it's your call. So I think that's going to stay.
Yeah, I think that in a 2-man, I don't think you ever get that call in a 2-man.
So Euling out at the plate on the 5-2
runner.
Ball. Casso at first on the fielder's choice. Two outs.
He's going to move at some point. Here he goes.
There he goes. Throw over to first. And that's where, again, step off. Somebody's got to be telling him, step off. He went to and he threw.
Yeah, I think they were saying something, but he went to try to snap throw it instead of just kind of stepping back. I don't know if he gets him, even if he spins.
So Casso with the stolen base and a ground ball through the hole.
You got to play.
By Twellman. Ogbie coming up, and the throw's offline, and the run scores. Twellman takes second base on the throw home. The throw late. Trojans add to their lead, 3-1 now.
Details. That's a good piece of hitting, good piece of baseball, execution-wise, on Troy right there. That's a nice get him to second base. Anything can happen. You got a bunch of wheels over there. He was hopping back there at as a second base runner, and nice little piece of hitting, taking advantage of the second baseman working the runner over there and kind of leaving him out to dry, and had all that room over there in the 3-4 gap.
So that's going to end this for Lassiter, and we'll get some numbers on him. We're going to step aside while we get this pitching change. Number 5 coming in, and we'll get that to you here in just a moment.
Okay, I just didn't know if you wanted to lead in there. It looks like Brad Stump for Timberland is going to come in relief for Casey Lassiter. This young man has a big win on the season against Francis Halba. He's had a lot of relief roles. He's 1-1 on the year. He's got 16 innings pitched coming in today with a 4.38 ERA. Comes into a big situation here for Timberland, and that's kind of been his role. Talking to Coach Zir, he's got 17 Ks in those 16 innings, so he's getting about a K per 9 or K per inning. So big situation right here.
So an opportunity to get another run here, Mitch. It's 3-1 Trojans. Stump, strike one to Knaust. And they had just scratched a run in the bottom of the third, and that leadoff walk.
Free bases.
Twellman goes, throw down.
Safe. Missed
He is out. Now, there you go. That's a great throw. Stump quick to the plate. Out at third. We're going to the bottom of the fourth inning score, 3-1 Trojans.
What better feeling than watching your son or daughter pitch their best game, catch the game-winning out, or crush a stand-up double? That comes with talent and long hours of hard work that got them there. That's exactly where Legacy Performance Academy comes in, matching the hours of work, drive, and dedication to help your athlete build a legacy that lasts. Contact Legacy Performance Academy at 636-579-7346, located at 633 Goddard Avenue in Chesterfield, Missouri.
Another beautiful day at the park for us. It's a lot different than it was last year coming to this event for the G.A.C. Classics. This year we've had some beautiful weather. This is probably the most calm as far as wind goes. Seems to have died down based on looking at the flag. But great day of baseball. 1-0 victory for Troy yesterday over Timberland. The next game we have Fort Zumwalt West versus Francis Howell Central. And then the nightcap, the 7 o'clock game, is Francis Howell and Francis Howell North. So we still have another 2 great games and 3 innings to play here, or 2.5, I should say.
Casey Lassiter Finished off 3 2/3 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned, 2 base on balls, and 3 strikeouts. He didn't pitch bad, Mitch.
Nope. I mean, you could look at some of it as being unlucky.
Swing and a miss by the leadoff hitter here, number 19, Robbie Rolig, who doubled his first at bat.
That was his first double of the year for Robbie.
We got time called. Avon Weaver has been pitching well as well.
You just think about the first inning for Casey. He gave up 2 runs that inning, that bloop that didn't get caught. You know, the infield hit.
Right.
You know, the slow rollers that was the 2 runs in that first inning. So to give up a run in 4, I think that's pretty solid. I mean, I know he gave up 3 runs, but it doesn't feel that he pitched as bad as maybe he feels.
2 balls and 1 strike. Horn on deck. A big swing, that ball up in the zone. Good fastball.
Yeah, he's really used his sequencing to his advantage. You're not exactly sure what he's doing in what situation, curveball, fastball, changeup.
Setting up outside. There's the deuce, grounded ball. Casso coming up, fires. Oh!
That's got to be
Canals
caught.
can't pick it. That was a heck of a play there by Casso.
I think it was in the air. He's got to catch that baseball.
What do you think here, Mitch? Is that E?
No, I'd probably give him a hit on it. That's a good high school play.
Okay.
The throw was there. I don't think it hit the dirt, so I think he actually missed it. If you give him an error, it's on the first baseman. Because I thought it was in the air. You might have to go back and watch that one, but
Right. Horn squares around a bunt, pulls back, takes a strike.
it looked like he just whiffed it. The first baseman did, and that's a play that we try to teach our young men and our defenders at first base is don't bend over to catch the ball. Get that knee down, get your butt down to the ground. Try to get your eyeballs low and not bend over, because when you bend over at the waist, you change the depth perception of the baseball. You know, so when it's just 3 inches off the dirt, it looks like it's
Try and keep
different.
your head still.
Yep.
Right? I agree.
Just like anything else. It's just like the young play that 12-man made at second base on a ground ball.
Squares around, pulls back. That's a ball. No, I thought he got back.
I did too. It kind of froze him there because he threw it at him. He kind of buckled and then pulled back. He's like, uh-oh, I got to pull this thing back here still.
Bunting in high school is a lost art.
Bunting in general is. In general.
Got to get that down.
You don't see it at the highest levels. You don't see it. You see it, and the teams that are really competitive, they execute their bunts.
Yep. Ooh.
I like it. I like it.
Getting fiery out here.
You know what, though? He didn't do anything over the top.
Nope.
He's just sticking up for his team, I think, and I
2-2.
I love that.
Absolutely.
I'm not exactly sure why he's picking on him over there. He can just move on.
Yeah, I
He
don't
ain't
think
gonna run.
Rolig's going anywhere.
Yeah, well, I mean, Timberland don't steal much anyways, based on their numbers. So
Ground ball to the second baseman. 1, 2. Double play. Erases Rolig. That is Twellman to Casso. The old 4-6-3 double play.
that's a middle infield combination there, bud.
I like it.
Casso's a senior, though, correct?
Yes.
And that's the importance of being able to get a bunt down. You go
Absolutely.
from nobody out with a runner at first base, and now you've got 2 on you.
And that ball is outside. Ball 1 to Austin Humphrey, who struck out looking his first time at bat.
And you could look over at Coach at Troy and go, hey, that's baseball on your side there. They'll make up for it if you felt that was a bad call.
1-1.
It's usually how it works, don't it?
Yeah.
At some point, you just don't know when.
I like that combination up the middle. Twellman solid, Casso solid. That's a nice turn there.
They play good defense.
Rope down the line, foul.
Oh, watch your lips, bud, and hit that mound and about took Theismann's head off.
Just a long, loud strike.
The loud one. It wasn't long, but it was a loud one. It rolled a long ways.
Curveball hits him on the hand. So that's anyway.
We've had some moments of interesting baseball.
Yeah.
Just weird things that happen.
What's the call here?
It hit by a pitch.
Yeah.
But the Troy side thinks that he swung.
No, he didn't swing. That hit him.
I mean, that's I was ear hustling, so I'm assuming that that's what they were talking about there. But
so the runner back at first, Brady Schuler at the plate. Ground ball past the diving first baseman, Knaust. Stayed shallow. Good job out there by the right fielder, Lance Stuckey, to keep that runner at second base.
yeah, we've talked about it all the time. You get a pass ball, it's an opportunity for a run scored. If he gets first to third there, or if he's able to move first to third there, he could score again a ton of different ways. From third base.
So are we going to get a change here, or just coming out to kind of give Weaver a little pep talk?
I think it's just a visit. I don't see anybody out there warming up unless they move somebody, out beyond the walls or whatever, just playing catcher. I think it's just one of those conversations to keep him settled, let him know where he's at, and say maybe this is it for you.
Yeah, because it was a hit by pitch, a ground ball, not hard hit, so as off the end of the bat, but got through. So, just, hey, don't worry about it. Keep pitching.
Yeah, because even like the real big thing is you don't want Post getting to second base here. You know what I mean? And
Right.
you want to keep Post from getting in the scoring position.
So back to the top of the order here. Popped up left field. Under it is Corey Martinez to end the inning. And another first pitch swing in a tough situation. We're going to the top of the fifth inning, top of the fifth inning with the score 3-1 Trojans.
Digital marketing is about cultivating a brand-conscious customer or consumer. However, you cannot cultivate this mindset or relationship without being conscious of your own brand or how someone relates to it. Training, support, and development have allowed us to be the right digital marketing company for your micro business. Contact Red Earth Productions at 636-400-3199, located out of O'Fallon, Missouri.
Well, after that mound visit by Troy's pitching coach, obviously said something that worked. And usually as a hitter, you like to come out. You usually know that there's going to be a good pitch, happening after a mound visit. That's something that as a hitter myself, I experience as well. And I'm like, he got his pitch to hit. He just didn't hit it. Maybe in that situation, you're late in the ball game. You might want to take till you get a strike, but again, that's always a good opportunity to ambush a heater, and he got a heater, he got everything, it just didn't execute. And again, that's baseball, and that's going to happen. You got to make sure he turns the page, because looking at him at shortstop, his body language is not the best. So hopefully that he turns the page, because baseball finds you when you're feeling a particular way.
I haven't seen anybody showing up yet for the next game, 4:30 game. We got a little time. It's hopefully we get the coaches over here, chat it up a little bit.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be a fun one. The next one we got here, that Howell Central for Zumwalt West.
This game is rolling though. It's we haven't had too many first games rolling. This one's rolling for us. Good baseball.
Stump back on the mound for another inning. Attacks the zone, strike one to Knaust. One and one.
Big pitch here. Got to win this one.
Ground ball to the shortstop. Comes around it. Post. Nice play by the shortstop for out number one.
Told you that's how it works, right? I got lucky. I told you it's better to be lucky than good sometimes because you have those emotions. You make the last out, and it's like right off the bat, slow roller. You got to go make a play, young man. Good play by a shortstop, Hayden Post for Timberland.
So Stump has been pitching well for Timberland out of the bullpen. And again, throws ball one. See, his moments you say that. Swing and a miss, strike one.
He's got your back, though. He heard you. So you
There
come
you
back
go,
and make sure
1-1.
you get a strike.
I remember we were out, got a chance to talk to this young man, 13 years old, playing for Midland. Out at Ozzy's, popped up right field.
Oh,
OB over.
Wall.
Ooh, makes a nice catch. Wow, I thought he was going right into the wall.
I'm telling you, my heart, I don't know how he did it, but my heart was racing.
Wow.
I had such bad anxiety just now. The first baseman wasn't helping him.
I'm like,
the catcher
somebody
wasn't
tell
helping him. And I literally was like, had a panic attack happening. Not a panic attack, but
He knew
my
where
heart
he
rate
was
was
on the
elevated.
field.
No, we don't say that no more, right? Right, Brian?
No.
We don't tell anybody they got room when they're
No.
a foot off the wall. Full
There's
speed.
Coach Beckman over there. Hopefully we can get him over here to chat up a little bit.
I am
That's a
going to
strike.
bring up the
1-1.
walk-off exchanges the last 2
Right?
years.
Oh, he'll be happy about that, I'm sure.
At least this year.
Flied into center field. Catch made. So a quick 1-2-3 inning. That's a great inning for Stump.
Big
Gets
time.
Timberland back in the dugout. We're going to the bottom of the fifth inning. Score 3-1 Trojans.
Who has time to create a video or digital marketing plan when you're busy running your micro or small business? Time is precious, and what we offer as a video production and digital marketing company is our service, studio, and creative skill. Identify your brand on any platform. Contact Red Earth Productions at 636-400-3199, located out of O'Fallon, Missouri.
That was some big pitches by number 5, Brad Stomp for Timberland. Come in and real quick inning to try to keep that pressure on Weaver and Troy. They got somebody out there warming up. I can't quite see it. It's a right-handed pitcher for Troy. But quick inning on defense hopefully sets a tone for Timberland to try to see if we can't get into some extras or something crazy. Because we like calling games like that, don't we? It's nothing like taking 3 games in one day and making everything go a little bit later. I was being sarcastic there. Some sarcasm.
Some.
Well, it seems like every time we watch like Troy or Timberland, they always give us like nail biters and extra innings.
Right.
Which means we've been fortunate enough to watch good baseball games.
Number 6 leading off here, Camden Newsom, who singled his first time at bat. Or, excuse me, his second at bat. He's 1 for 2.
It's my favorite pitch in
1
baseball.
1.
The 1-1 count. Right at him. Scorched. Caught a barrel, hit it right to the third baseman. Good AB. It's all right. Catch barrels, bud. That's all you can ask for. Again, why hitting is hard. Hit a barrel, and that's what you get. That's what your reward is.
Nice play on that by the left fielder, Corey Martinez, for out number 2, but another hard hit ball.
Yeah, you could see why Chiodini's their guy that for Timberland this year. He put a charge in one, got hung up a little bit. I think Timberland's dugout needed to give it a little extra boost.
Ramos lines one into left field on the first pitch. Hitting the first pitch, and they haven't had success. They're hitting the ball hard. They've had barrels in this game, Mitch.
Yeah, and we again just the timely hitting. He hit a barrel early. It got caught when you had runners at third base. And it's bummer. He comes up now. It's 2 outs. First pitch, catches a barrel, hits a single. That's a story of the season. That's a story of baseball. It's the hard part about baseball. It's also the thing you love the most. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of heartache in this game.
Ogby, who is 1 for 2, hit the ball hard twice. Flied into right field. Another run on that. Nice catch out there by Lance Stuckey. Another first pitch, third out. We're going to the top of the 6th inning. Score 3-1 Trojans.
REP has a full marketing team focused on micro business owners and entrepreneurs. Digital marketing at a professional level should be accessible and affordable to the micro business community. Our team is here to provide that for your business. Contact Red Earth Productions at 636-400-3199, located out of O'Fallon, Missouri.
I'm not sure about the rest of you guys, but I'm excited about having Prime Sports Midwest come out to St. Charles County. Excited to be able to touch field baseball equipment, get it in our hands so that we can test out the height fires and all the cool bats and -5 height fire, because I'm sure that's
it's illegal in 5 states.
Yeah, but it's ongoing. It's ongoing, Brian.
Yeah.
Did you see the most recent release that PGA made on
No.
that? Oh, man. They're trying to recover from a couple of their posts and on eliminating the height fire, and then what they came out with the shortly after, a few days after, with the bat sponsor. It's been interesting to watch the drama unfold.
We need more drama in our lives, don't we?
Nope. No, there's plenty enough watching Cardinals baseball, so.
What? Stop it. Get out of town.
It's the best fans in baseball, man. They know a lot.
I believe that. Okay. Brad Stumpf out again. Number 1 here, who came in and pinch run for Austin Mayhall, stays in the game. Euling?
Yep. This young man has got some wheels, so I was just thinking about where they are in the situation. If he was going to.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. This is Lance Stuckey. My fault. I messed up. He's leading off. Lance Stuckey, right fielder, pops it into foul territory down the right field line.
What a play.
Oh, nice catch.
What a play.
Over there by Ogby. Man, that's 2 over there with that wall.
He even had
oh, my goodness.
Even the wherewithal to call that. Did you hear him?
Yeah.
He even called it. That was impressive.
No.
We got a guest?
Yes, we do. Coach Beck.
Oh, yeah, that's who I wanted to talk to. I got to ask questions. Do you know what I'm going to ask?
I have no clue.
You should know what I'm going to ask, because we didn't get a chance to finish our conversation at Timberland when we did your game a few weeks ago, and you got on me about the walk-offs. No, it was the walk-offs. We call that returning the favor, don't we?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, we got a couple back on them.
I was watching the games, and then obviously the one we called, but then the next day I was trying to watch everybody's game changer, and sure enough, you walk them off, and I'm like, I gotta find them somehow, some way to talk about this.
Well,
Shallow right field, second baseman under, makes a catch.
with this conference, it really, I mean, everybody's kind of playing equal ball. And so if you can win a couple one-run games, which we've been fortunate enough to have, you put yourself in a decent position. But, yeah, the second game was, I mean, that was fast. I think it was like an hour and 45 minutes, and they were shutting us down. And in the last inning, just scratched one across, and Chase put one. I mean, they had the infield in, and I mean, literally 3 inches over post glove at shortstop. So it was fortunate for us. Absolutely.
Well, Game Changer had it as a line drive.
It was, but see, Game Changer doesn't do soft or hard line drives. They just do line drives.
So I wasn't quite sure, but I saw that win. I was like, man, what a great couple of games. And you're seeing that just all around. I mean, they played another 1-0 game yesterday between these two.
When Richie throws, you know you're only going to get so many chances. And that first game, he was absolutely dominating. And we were just, I mean, we infield hit, bunt, and then a cap job, and he was out. So other than that, we rarely, I mean, we didn't put much on him. And we were just, fortunate enough to find a couple holes on that one. And, really put him in an uncomfortable spot with runners on base. So
Euling did bat for Austin Mayhall, stayed in the game, singled with 2 outs.
That's a big AB for him because he hasn't had many opportunities. So to be able to get that experience there.
Vaccaro now. Coach, when you're today, did you guys get to play last night?
No. So this is our first time seeing him. And then we'll play tomorrow at Zumwalt West.
Okay. All right. Who you got going on the mound for yourself today?
Thomas Masterson. We stuck with our normal where he's at. He was going to throw today either way. So we'll go Thomas today and then Henthorn tomorrow. And then wherever BJ Jones falls in relief, that's where we'll use him.
Throw down. Oh, did he hang on? Yeah. Heck of a throw by Ramos. Cut him down. Euling got the stolen base on him in the last inning and didn't get it that second one. We're going to stay right here between innings and finish up here just a couple minutes with Coach Beckman. We appreciate him taking the time. Your team, Coach, is scrapping. I love it. You guys are, first in the G.A.C. South.
Yeah. I wish we could end it right today. But that's just not now we got to deal with probably one of the best teams in the state. So we're looking forward to the opportunity. And like I told the boys, we're really playing with all house money right now. No one expects us to win the conference. I know, we've beaten some teams and some, some of the coaches have, the things that have been said is, you shouldn't have lost to that team and stuff like that. So we wear that with pride that we're putting pressure on teams and making them play ball. And it's not, what people thought they were going to get when they face us.
I think it's impressive what you've been able to do with this young team. The expectations, I think it's tough sometimes when, you have a young team like this. Will these kids meet the expectations that the coach puts out there? And these kids they've responded pretty well to you.
I mean, that's the older guys though too. We put a huge emphasis on our culture, and it's for us, it's culture over everything. And the young kids have bought into that, and we're starting to see that as the kids get older, they pass it down to the next class and the next class, and so we're really starting to kind of find our identity as a program over the course of these these years. That we had a senior today send out a message in our group chat from the locker room. He had cleaned up the locker room saying, basically this is how it's done. And it's stuff like that, I mean, wins or losses, sometimes that comes down to a soft line drive. But, those types of things matter to me probably more than anything.
That's an uncoachable thing right there that young man, I mean, he went out and took care of the team or whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
That's huge. And I think just watching that game last time we had you against Timberland, I was watching you in the dugout because some of the things you said prior to that game was how much fun you're having coaching these young people, because you have to coach again.
Mm-hmm.
Like you have to coach these young men up because the experiences aren't there. The experiences aren't there for them, and so you have to coach them up through that. And I saw you working through some experiences, whether it was the bunt coverage situations, hollering at your catchers or hollering at your infield or base runners. You have to coach them up through that. And is it still the same feeling as it was a few weeks ago?
Oh, yeah. I told them last week, no matter if we win or lose, I'll go to battle with those guys over anybody. The young guys, they listen to the older guys. The older guys are helping the younger guys. Last Saturday we had a third freshman in the lineup. So we had 3 freshmen in the lineup of Saturday doubleheader, and this Saturday we'll probably have 4. And my belief is that if you're coming in and playing on the varsity team, you're going to buy into the program, and the older kids are going to show the way, and you just pass it down. And for us, that culture is something that, we hammer all the time. And you go and ask my kids right now, and they'll say the same thing, culture over everything, that no matter if we win or lose, we're all going to be gone out of this program. We want the program to have the same effect on the kids that come through in the future.
Yeah, because what we know about high school sports, there is a shelf life of it. Right? It's
for all
very,
of us.
very fast.
For all of us.
Yeah, I was going to say, even the coaching staff, sometimes it can be short. I know we obviously have some experience in this conference, guys that have been around a long time. But some guys only get 1 year at this opportunity, because they either sit or the types of players that are in front of these guys. I think that what people misunderstand is the culture is probably better than sometimes just a few talented kids.
Yeah.
Because that helps you win ball games up and down, because now you have 9 or 18 kids that believe in something, and so that's much tougher to beat than it is maybe 2 or 3 kids.
Confidence is, in high school ball, confidence is huge. And
bunts down real quick. Sorry, Coach.
No, you're good.
Weaver over, gets you out. That's the first time they've moved a runner like that today, Mitch. Opportunity. Go ahead, Coach.
But for us, we use the Saturday games to get that experience and try to build. And so going in, we know that our kids are going to get an opportunity to play. But yeah, there's seniors that didn't play at all last year. There's seniors that played half the time last year that are contributing. We got the twins coming in right away. But they walk around with their head down, and they know where they fit on the totem pole. And you would think sometimes these freshmen come in. The freshmen come in and, they get put on varsity, and it's, they walk around a little bit chest puffed out. But these kids, they're holding each other accountable. They're taking care of each other. Our seniors are taking care of our young kids. And with our team, as young as we are, you need that. Otherwise, it can get hectic pretty quick.
We got a runner at second, 1 out. Timberland trying to scratch a run here in the bottom of this 6th inning. Runs have been hard to come by for these two teams, and we see another opportunity, bottom of the order here again, Mitch.
It's who's going to beat you, right? We talked about it. It's been this way for the G.A.Cs in general. Every on Tuesday last week, Wednesday last week, it was everybody's bottom half of the lineup on what coach wants. Where do you want to win or lose this ball game?
And that ball is driven into the gap, right field, and over, and it's going to bounce over for a ground rule double. And the sac fly or the sac bunt, finally executed, gets them a run.
Yeah. Sometimes maybe failure can motivate you, and I hope that's what it did for these young people over here, because obviously he didn't get the bunt down. There was a single. It could be a tie ball game. I know baseball's not played with what ifs.
Right.
But
it
execution.
is played with good execution,
Yep,
right?
got to execute.
Absolutely.
And that's what I'm expecting.
And I always said that. I know it sounds bad to some people, but if you do not execute, you will be executed. That's just the kind of the way it rolls.
That's the words of wisdom today. Head's gone.
You know, am I?
You are 100%
and that's the tough
correct,
thing
though.
about baseball, you know, it's those minute details and that execution in plays. That's the opportunity. That's a great piece of hitting, ground rule double. But if you don't get the runner to second base at second and third, and you're still looking at a similar situation where, and we saw that in this game already here.
Yeah, I mean, we won a game last week on a play that literally was a foot away from being an out. We had first and second, line drive to right, and the right fielder tried to dive and make a play on it, get past him. Well, there's 2 outs in the 7th inning. You know, you keep that ball in front or you catch it. And, you know, it was a foot away, and we ended up scoring a 2 on that, and then on an overthrow scored a run on that. And that's how we got our 3 runs in the 7th to win a game. It literally was a foot away from us being, you know, our heads down, and everything changed.
Another bunt, and it's down. Weaver over, bobbles it, comes up, gets the out.
Way to stay composed.
Nice job by Weaver to get Schuler.
You always think about these situations. I always have to ask, because I'm obviously coach myself. Mm-hmm. I don't like giving up outs, especially late in the game with the runner in scoring position. When you have teams that are struggling to score, we're just trying to put anything in play and see if the guy make an overthrow or anything like that. It's amazing how the game kind of changes when you're rolling good versus when you're struggling.
Yeah, when you're rolling good, everything works, right? When you're rolling good, that bunt gets down the third base line, gets past the pitcher, and you're sitting first and third, or the pitcher bobbles it and doesn't grasp it or throws it in the right field. Everything looks great. When things are struggling, it feels like nothing works, and no matter what you do, you know, it could be the right call. You bunt it up, and then everybody's going, why did you bunt? And so, you know, their coaches probably know something that we don't. You know, maybe the kid's one of their best bunters and can get it down. You know, so there's guys that have green light to bunt anytime they want on my team, and there's guys that people play in on them and look at them like, there's no chance he can bunt. So it just depends on where they're at in the order, and J. Raj finding the foul balls.
Post just tipped that. We got a 2-2 count. It's a big spot right here.
Big pitch. I got to ask Coach Beckman, what's your – in a count, what is the most important pitch?
Ooh.
Oh.
That one.
that was important.
I'm not.
So I have to ask this all the time, because I'm a huge believer that the 1-1 is the most important pitch in an at-bat. Pitcher, catcher, whatever.
So we always say it's a race to 2, right? It's a race to strike 2. Obviously, you know, you have people that are like strike 1's important, and you can't get to strike 2. Oof. You can't get to strike 2 if you don't get strike 1. But we say, you know, our mindset is we're attacking the zone as much as possible. In high school baseball, if you can throw multiple pitches in the 78 to 81 range, like with off speed, your fastball's in that range, and you can spot it and you attack, there's enough, you got enough there to get outs. And we are seeing that with our team. You know, we have guys stepping on the mound, and you're not going to see, we have one guy that tops 85, and he pitches in relief for us. But other than that, it's 80 to 82, 80 to 82 with some spin and some changeup, and just let them get themselves out and play good defense behind them.
Mr. Weaver, I understand. That's tough. And I thought he composed himself pretty well coming off the mound, because those last 2 pitches, I know Blue, he's been a little bit here and there, but, man, those last 2 pitches were good pitches.
I thought he may have a little different composure. I'm not exactly sure I like the 7 buttons unbuttoned on his jersey, and staring down the umpire wasn't
That might
necessary.
have worked, but this ain't the 70s.
Or if he had a thick chest on him.
Yeah, you got to throw some chest hair out there, too.
He's 155 soaking wet.
If he's rocking some Tom Seaver chest hair.
Oh, mercy. That was tough, though. That's 2 pitches.
He pitched a gem of a game.
I can't
He did. He
help
pitched
it.
a good
I
game.
thought those were both good pitches.
Especially the off-speed pitch, I thought was there for him.
Yeah. That last one could have, maybe he just called it up. I don't know, but that's tough, man.
It's for me. It's how do you even take them as a hitter? How do you even take that? That's way too close. It's high school umpiring. We know exactly what we're getting. They're going to be borderline calls, that are 2 inches off the plate that we call borderline in high school. And I don't know how high school hitters take so many of those pitches. I don't like putting my as a hitter. I don't like putting myself in a coin flip situation.
I don't understand how high school hitters take so many fastballs.
Oh, well, we could ask that same question about watching Cardinals baseball, though.
That's our program. I mean, you see me in third, and granted, they come back and they're like, it was outside, and I get it. I don't have the angle, but it's just like fastballs in RBI situations. Taking fastballs is something that I can't deal with.
I like what you're saying there, and you said I can't see angles, things like that. For me, it's about the approach.
Yeah, we hunt speeds, not locations.
Yeah,
right?
and it's the active take or lack thereof that bothers me.
Yes, they go up there and they're expecting, and like I say, like in this situation now, Zir might run a first and third here, force balk. He's got some speed on first. I don't know the guy who's on third right there, what type of speed he has, but.
He's got good enough wheels.
He's got good enough wheels for a first and third force balk play, so we'll see if he runs that. But what's that walk do, right? I mean, you're in a hitting position. It still takes there it is.
And that is shot into the gap.
That's going to score 2.
That was going to be a double, and that's going to score 2.
You got to get there.
As Camden, and he can't catch the baseball.
In the dugout.
In the dugout. Third baseman can't catch up with, and the ball gets into the dugout. Wow. Camden Newsom clears the bases and scores as the Wolves take a 5-3 lead here on the ringing double.
Brent Smith, welcome to the game for Troy.
Goodness.
First pitch, welcome to the ball game. He had a .60 ERA. They doesn't get accounted for those runs. That goes to Weaver. But welcome to the ball game, Mr. Smith.
Wow.
I'm going to tap out here. Let Coach
We'll do that.
Go.
And then Chiodini hits it long into center field and caught for out number 3. But the Wolves finally get some big hits here. We're going to the top of the 7th inning now. Score 5-3 Wolves. We're going to come back here with Coach. Coach, do we have your
I tried to email it.
That boy, BT. Am I good? We got. I was on the whole time. I was live. We got Coach Golf in here from Fort Zumwalt West. Excited for this another good matchup. But welcome to the ball game. Brent Smith came in for. We were trying to get to that with Brent Smith from Troy rolling in there in relief. Big at bat by Post to get to there, and then first pitch he puts a baseball in the gap. So welcome to the ball game, but makes another pitch to get out of it to give his group a chance. Got a lot of work to do here. Got to get runners on, and top 7, I believe. It's top 7. Should be top 7. And we got Coach Goff coming in, Fort Zumwalt West. How you doing, sir? I think we got to turn it on. I'm not sure if it's on or off.
He's on now.
He's on. We're hot, huh? Doing well, doing well. Beautiful day at the ballpark, and happy and excited to be here, that's for sure.
So you guys did not play yesterday So who do you got going on the bump for you guys today?
We're sticking in the order. Sully's on the bump today, so we got Tanner Sullivan on the bump today, and then Jeter Roop will be on the bump tomorrow for the home game tomorrow.
Seems like that's the goal behind everybody is to make sure you just stay on pace on who you're throwing, what days. Don't change too many things up.
Yeah,
kind of keep the routine.
We kind of talked about that. Is just trying to, even when you're coming over here for a G.A.C. Classic, it's a fun environment, a little bit different routine. It's just try to keep everything in routine as much as you possibly can, and go out and play a solid, clean game.
Coach, this game, when you maybe looked at it early in the season, it was kind of central. We knew they were young, and kind of rebooting a little bit.
Yeah, sure.
But here you are, and they're playing some good baseball. This game today, I think, it's going to be a tough game.
Oh, for sure. They found a way to win some close ones in conference play, and you got to tip their cap to them because they're playing good ball at the right time. So I think they've got a few seventh inning rallies to get the job done, and you got to recognize that Coach Beckman's got his guys bought into to what he's selling, and they go out and they just try to do their job and do the simple things. So team that plays clean today is probably going to come out on top.
So we got to do this real quick, Coach. I'm sorry we're coming in late. Mitch, who's our POG for Timberland? Camden Newsom's got to have it.
I would put him there and Brad Stump coming in, shutting it down, maybe the both of them. And, for Troy, I'm probably going Weaver. I thought he did a good job for them.
Absolutely. So that's who we're going to – our players of the game so far, unless
something changes.
Troy decides to change something here. 2 outs, though.
This is being a former coach in this conference and then getting to sit on this side of the conference and calling these games. What I notice week to week, it seems like – we're chalking up 1-1s. You're winning a game, losing a game.
Lot. Absolutely, yeah.
And it's like, even though you have a team that you thought might finish last, might not get that many wins, they're competing with you. We saw it last week. Timberland got you, then you return a favor. It seems like that's what the league is. Every week,
so
it's like any given day. If you make, like you said, one mistake, it might cost a game.
We felt like last week against Timberland, we made some mistakes on – in game one that are a little uncharacteristic of how we normally play. And then no doubt the next day I said something to Coach Trimble there at the end of the game. Just said, man, you guys gave us a couple today. He said, well, you kind of gave us a couple yesterday. So, they're high school kids. There's going to be some ebbs and flows in the season, some ups and downs. And heck, we just saw it. I mean, look at where we're at right now. You can point to one pretty important pitch in this ball game that kind of turned the tide pretty significantly. So it's we try to get our kids to compete every dang pitch as hard as they can and be committed and be there for each other and understand that in the G.A.C. South and as you get into districts and in the playoffs that so often that margin of error is so small, and it's a very fine line between winning and losing.
That ball is hammered into left field, but up under it. Final out of the ball game. Timberland comes back in the bottom of the 6th inning, scores 3, and takes the win this afternoon. I'm going to go down and get our players of the game. Mitch, I'm going to let you finish this up.
Okay.
Coach, we're looking forward to it.
Good to see you. Appreciate you guys being out here and having us as always.
I gotta ask, Coach, I think what you talked about giving away a few and then you got a few. I think that's why we try to keep our young kids even keeled, because that the game kind of equals itself out. And,
for sure.
And I think that's what we learned about your experience last week, just in what you were just kind of telling us.
It's just in a 36-game schedule, which is a lot for a high school season, and in 7 weeks of a season, it's hard to show up every day and be focused and committed 36 times a year. There's some ups and downs with them, and you're going to have some good days and some bad days. I mean, you're going to have days where you hit balls hard right at people, and you're going to have days where you make a couple mistakes and they find holes. So it's just trying to stay even keel through those ups and downs and the emotions of a high school season and put your best foot forward and come out and play your best as many times as you can.
Yes, sir. Good luck to you. I know that the team's over and your team's taking the field, so I'm sure you want to get over there, talk to him. Coach, I appreciate it. Thank you again. Good
yeah,
luck.
thanks for letting us
and
stop
stay
by.
healthy.
Thanks for being here.
That's it for us for game one. Timberland beats Troy 5-3. We're going to get the players of the game. I think we're getting Newsom and we're getting Brad Stump from Timberland, and then we're going to get Weaver from Troy to come up. It was a good game. Both pitchers did well. Lassiter kept them in the game. Stump came in there and eliminated damage. So maybe a half hour, 35, 40 minutes, we'll have Fort Zumwalt West versus